All right, welcome back, everybody. Hope if you watched the stream, we had a few people in the chat. I really enjoyed that. Thanks to the people that chatted, and that made it a lot more enjoyable. Talking about Baroque, so 1680s to early 18th century, excuse me, military history. Uh, I wasn't really super prepared for it. It was more of just a casual discussion. But at any rate, thanks y'all that tuned in, watched the chat. I like that format because it makes it more interactive, and I want to do those more historically focused because I don't think there's too much of that. Like war game channels that do historicals and do like the streaming stuff. So if you like that, let me know, or if there's maybe another topic in my sort of wheelhouse that you'd want to see. I'd be happy to do it. But anyway, got a little hobby video today. So got some Alpha Legion for Horse Heresy, got some Dwarf Warriors, and got an Ottoman that I finished. And we got a few things I'm still working on. So take a look at the Alpha Legion first. As you can see, there's this red poking through. So this was an eBay rescue that I did, that I tried to get. I got most of the paint stripped off, but not quite all of it. So some of the red's still poking through. So I admit this is like a 50% paint job. I've got getting this armor the correct shade down at this point, which I'm pretty happy about. But like I said, not my best paint work by far. But just kind of wanted to get them done to get them on the table. And I've got, they're in the Mark IV armor. I got one more squad after this, another veteran squad, and then I think that'll be it in terms of my heresy collecting, because I got the Vindicator that I kind of added a few details to, even though it's in Iron Warriors colors. I showed that on a previous video. And I've got two other rhinos conceivably that I could use in a heresy game. One I don't really want to use because it's like from my original Space Marine army, like way back in the day, or not that long ago. It was like 10 years ago, but still. And then I've got the Terminators and the Legion Praetor. And there's not much horse heresy gaming in my area, so not really motivated to work more on getting a huge army for it. We'll say though, if you're tired of 9th edition 40k, the Horus Heresy Age of Darkness rules are just way better. I think people don't like it because you have to look at a chart. Anyway, I don't know why that's a problem for people, but I guess we can't look at charts anymore. That's too much. But anyway, so kind of not the best work I've done by far. And stripping the paint was really challenging, so I think if I do another squad of these guys, I will probably just get a whole new box and bite the bullet and pay the full price, and that way I don't have to worry about stripping paint and all that. But anyway, so it's the Alpha Legion. Also need to get the decals for them and the other stuff I've done, but really don't feel like paying like $30-something for a transfer sheet from Games Workshop right now, or Forge World, whatever. Same thing at the moment. So they're okay, I guess. But Dwarf Warriors, I'm a lot happier with how these guys turned out, even though there's some details I kind of messed up on. Some of this trim work on the shields, I didn't really do the best. It's kind of the green is poking through. There's either too much gold or too much green. And yeah, I got that. Like the little standard. That's pretty cool. This is supposed to be like the commander. And we've got a drummer. Tried to give him different colored beards. Obviously, the commander has the white beard because he's supposed to be the oldest. And I used a gray, that GW Apothecary white, to shade the hair. And then I did Nuln Oil on the armor. So it does look a little kind of dirty and that sort of thing. But I think sometimes when people paint like miniatures, especially plate armor, they tend to make it like too clean looking. I mean, these guys are supposed to be in battle. It's going to get a little dirty and scuffed up. Just my opinion, but I bought these for doing Age of Sigmar, but I've been thinking I might try and get a movement tray for them and try and use them potentially like in Kings of War or something. Maybe. And then there's also the Osprey game, Dragon Rampant. I saw that today on the Osprey website, and seems like it could be kind of cool. Maybe try that in the future. We'll probably compare these to the Mantic. I do want to get some Mantic dwarves in the near future and work on some of them. They have a really cool dwarf like pike regiment where they've got fronts like the shield wall, and then they all have pole arms. And as you guys know, love pikemen, but I thought that would be kind of a cool regiment. But they do look a little different. They're a little beefier, have slightly different proportions, so I don't know how well they'd mix, but anyway, I could probably use these as like an elite unit or something. But I do like that these are generic enough that you can use them in pretty much any kind of fantasy game, because they're just Dwarf Warriors at the end of the day. And I've got a few characters for that came with it. It's the Start Collecting Greywater Fastness or something box for Age of Sigmar. I don't remember the name exactly. And Greywater Fastness, yeah, that's what it is. I've got it next to me. Comes with this guy, Cogsmith. I gave him the gun and the axe. Just thought it would be cool, even though it would be probably impractical to carry both. But anyway. And then you've got a Warden King. And it came with this thing. Like this square base. And then there's this stone he's supposed to stand up on. And I wasn't sure if you were supposed to then glue this onto the circle base. I just tossed it basically and just put them on the circle base. A little busy, but I kind of like it. And probably do the same thing, give him a green cloak, green shield. And simple enough. I can use them for probably other sets of rules. And then there is this dwarf copter thing. Obviously did not assemble this the best. I had a really hard time getting this thing together. The propellers, I should say, the rest of it wasn't that bad, but this is a work in progress as well. And the last thing, we've got an Ottoman attaché guy, and this is assault group, and I have a really hard time doing the kind of intricate patterns that real Ottoman kaftans had. That's the coat he's wearing, and kind of, it was like, it's a generic garment, but in Ottoman, like in the Ottoman military and political system, it was a lot of times it was like a special one, coat of office basically. But I gave him some gold stripes. Some people are able to do some really impressive like patterning on this stuff, like on the barding for like the Ottoman cavalry like this. They're able to do. There was a guy on Miniatures page I saw a while ago that had just some amazing stuff he had done, like on the barding. But mine are kind of plain Jane. Try to do some patterns on the shields and stuff. But yeah, I'm not. Kind of fine detail work is still something I need to get better at. Yeah, so he's supposed to be bowing as his commander. This guy could be a pasha, or it could be Suleiman, maybe Sultan Suleiman, maybe. But I usually think of him just as a general, a pasha, because there is a convention game I had planned in my head, but obviously there's not going to be convention games anytime soon. Hopefully they come back. Yeah, and there's another Ottoman commander. I have him on my painting shame pile in the other room. I'll probably get him out and work on him this week as well. So I might do another video about that. Probably going to try and finish up all these dwarves as well. And I might also go back and just touch up my musketeers with some washes, because when I painted them originally, I didn't have any kind of washes. GW washes, I should say. I had some quick shade, but I'm not really a fan of the Army Painter quick shade. But anyway, so I hope you liked the video. If you're still watching at this point, and if you guys want to see, anything you want me to cover on the channel, let me know. Anything, kind of in my wheelhouse that I could talk about. And again, I do like doing the live streams. I especially because I don't think there's a lot of the live streaming stuff in the historical wargaming community on YouTube, or not as much. So I just think it's more fun because it's more interactive. It's not for everybody, I know. But anyway, yeah, a lot of stuff I'm going to keep working on, and I'll probably do more. Might do another battle video coming up soon. I haven't done one in a while, so might do that. Yeah, I hope you liked it, and I will talk to you all next time.